Coming up on the next half hour of 12 o'clock live, we'll update the explosive end. Passengers are safe to that hijacking in Iran.
We'll talk to two game creators who came up with every question you could think of and more for Birmingham Trivia.
The Tigers dropped one to the Cleveland Indians last night, but a Michigan man wins gold in the Olympics. We'll have his story.
And
Well, in 1832, it was called Piety Hill. What's it called today? And where can you buy a sandwich called the Suburban? The answers to these and 1,498 other questions can be found in the new game Trivial Birmingham, whose creators join us now, Bill Saunders and Kate Rafferty. Nice to have you both here today. I wonder if you're making any friends with a name called Trivial Birmingham.
I haven't made any enemies.
We should be making the publishers of Trivial Pursuit happy because it's required to have their game board to play our game.
Oh, you do? You do need that. I was going to ask. Presumably the roots are out of Trivial Pursuit. Is that? Are you avid players?
We were at one time. We played a couple of times together and just loved it.
Maybe you've burned out after doing all this finding of questions and so forth. These folks have hunted through all of Birmingham for an incredible amount of time, I think. Tell us some of the ways that you found questions. Okay, how'd you do that, Kate?
A lot of them just came from driving around and seeing something and saying, you know, let's turn that around and make a question out of it.
Okay, and did you drive? Did you walk? Did you?
We started out with just having legal pads in our cars and driving down anything that caught our fancy, and eventually the categories evolved, and then it started becoming a little more work, and we went to the library, reviewed city documents, talked to the fire chief, the police department, athletic director. My personal favorite was our pub crawl. One night there are 17 bars or 16 restaurants and one bar in Birmingham, and we hit about half of them one night, and
is that right?
Observing the menus and decor, and
that goes under research expenses, I presume, does it? But you know, maybe we ought to review for a little bit, Kate, for folks who may have been locked in a closet and don't realize what Trivial Pursuit is. Give us kind of a feeling of the game itself, and then we can, well, I say a couple of questions from Birmingham.
There are 6 categories, and you play it on a game board. Move your piece around. When you land on a certain color, which is a category, then you answer a question out
from that category.
From that category.
And then your piece advances and so forth.
That's right.
From Birmingham now, it's not just Birmingham. You have 5 categories here. It's not just the city of Birmingham, although you started in that area. What else? What are the other categories?
I'd say 90% of them are about Birmingham, but for geography, for instance, we have 250 geography questions, and they're probably only on 100 streets. So we went to Oakland County and surrounding areas, Bloomfield Hills, Bloomfield Township, Franklin.
Anybody, I would think, who lives out there in the middle of Oakland County might have an interest in such a game. I got one for you. What did they grind at the mill on Quarton Lake?
Grist.
Grist?
Not bad. I guess I'll give you partial credit for that. What's the major river in Birmingham?
The Rouge River.
All right, the Rouge. I don't think many folks know that. How do we get one of these? If somebody has an interest, they want to bring in some neighbors who think they know Birmingham and Michigan and this area of the state.
We're selling them through the Birmingham bookstore and Jacobson's, and also through our post office box, P.O. Box 1070 in Birmingham.
1070, and it's called Trivial Birmingham. Maybe we should leave them with, what is Oakland County's biggest cemetery?
Ooh, tough one. Kate?
Bill?
It's been a long time since we've worked this question.
Oh, come on. Okay. Thank you both very much.
Memorize all those.
From Trivial Birmingham.
Thanks, both. There is Michigan.